It was supposed to be a weekend of peace, the first break in years for Emily Carter. After working double shifts and raising her 10-year-old son, Liam, all by herself, she finally decided to splurge on a 3-day stay at a luxury resort by the ocean. The scent of salt and sunscreen filled the air as she pulled up in her modest car, a stark contrast to the luxury SUVs lined up at the entrance, but Emily wasn't here to impress anyone. She was here to breathe. Little did she know, her quiet getaway would soon turn into a scene that would make headlines across the country. Emily and Liam checked in, dragging their suitcases past a group of wealthy guests lounging near the front desk. Their laughter was sharp and artificial, like the clink of crystal glasses. Among them was a woman in her late 30s, dripping in jewelry and arrogance. Her name was Vanessa Brooks, the kind of person who believed money was a measure of worth. When Emily greeted her with a polite smile, Vanessa barely acknowledged it. Her eyes scanned Emily's simple jeans, her old sneakers, and the faint smudge of exhaustion on her face. Guess they're letting anyone in these days, Vanessa whispered loudly to her friends, smirking. Emily heard it. She felt the sting, but she smiled anyway. Liam, holding his mother's hand, looked up. "Mom, why was that lady mean to you?" The next afternoon, Emily and Liam went to the pool. It was sunny, kids were laughing, and for the first time in a long time, Emily felt something close to normal. She relaxed in a chair with a book while Liam splashed in the shallow end, but peace never lasts when cruelty is watching. Vanessa and her group, including her husband, Brad, and their picture-perfect friends, soon arrived. Their kids took over the pool, loud and entitled, pushing others aside. When Liam accidentally bumped into one of them, the boy shoved him hard into the water. Emily was up in seconds. "Hey, hey! That's not okay," she called, rushing over to help her son. Vanessa stood, sunglasses on, voice dripping with sarcasm. "Maybe teach your kid some manners before bringing him to places like this." Emily blinked. "Excuse me?" "You heard me," Vanessa said. "This resort isn't a daycare. If you can't afford a babysitter, maybe you shouldn't be here at all." People turned to watch. Some snickered. Others looked away. Liam's lip trembled, but Emily pulled him close. "We're leaving," she said quietly, guiding him out of the pool behind her. Vanessa laughed. "Yeah, run along, mommy on a budget." Emily's hands clenched. The words burned. But she said nothing. Not yet. That evening, Emily almost decided to skip dinner. But Liam, still cheerful despite everything, begged her to go to the buffet. "Please, Mom. You said we'd get dessert together." And so she went, dressed simply, her hair tied back, her smile fragile but determined. Unfortunately, fate had a cruel sense of humor. Vanessa and her group were seated right across from them. As Emily and Liam quietly enjoyed their food, Vanessa started again, pretending to whisper, but loud enough for everyone to hear. "Can you believe they let single moms like that stay here? Probably on some kind of government discount." Her friends laughed. "Or a charity program," one added. Liam looked down at his plate, ashamed. Emily felt her throat tighten. Years of sleepless nights, missed birthdays, broken hearts, all of it flashed through her mind. She'd survived heartbreak, poverty, and loneliness. But humiliation in front of her son? That was the last straw. Vanessa leaned back in her chair, a smug smile on her face. "Some people just don't belong, you know?" Emily exhaled slowly, stood up, and walked toward their table. Her voice was calm. Controlled. But her eyes were steel. "You're right," she said softly. "Some people really don't belong here, the ones who think kindness is beneath them." Vanessa blinked. "Excuse me?" Emily reached into her purse. For a moment, Vanessa smirked, assuming she was about to grab her wallet or storm off. Instead, Emily pulled out a small, black leather badge holder. She flipped it open. The table went dead silent. "Wow," someone whispered nearby. Emily looked directly at Vanessa. "You've been harassing guests, including my son. That's considered harassment and verbal abuse. I could have security escort you out of this resort or file a formal complaint with local authorities." Vanessa's face drained of color. I didn't mean to save it," Emily interrupted, her tone cold but controlled. "Next time you judge someone, remember, strength isn't measured by your bank account. It's measured by how you treat others when you think no one's watching." Then she turned to her son. "Come on, Liam. They walked out of the restaurant together. Behind them, Vanessa sat frozen, eyes wide, while her husband muttered, "You really messed with the wrong person this time." The next morning, word had spread across the resort. Guests nodded respectfully when Emily passed by. Some even apologized for not standing up earlier. The resort manager personally approached her at breakfast. "Agent Carter, I'm deeply sorry for what happened. Those guests have been asked to leave immediately." Emily smiled. "Thank you. Just make sure your staff always stands up for the right thing. That's how change happens." As she and Liam walked along the beach later, hand in hand, he looked up at her, his eyes shining. "Mom, you're the coolest mom ever." Emily laughed softly. "No, sweetheart. I'm just someone who doesn't let bullies win." They stood there watching the waves, calm, powerful, unstoppable.